Hello, Ethel now. Welcome now. Hold on. Let me turn on nerd mode. Hello. Hello. Welcome, Ethel now. So, yeah. Hold on. I need more water. I need water. Hold on. Mati hala dah kumahala bakit hala ito Mario hala so like extreme lateness. So yeah, Merla, right? It's been a while since we last seen her. I want to restart the like what's going on with her, and I want to make it so that like so that there will actually be players, right? I want to make it so that there actually be players. So every time there's a Merla stream, I wanted to have like some other players in the call to be like to play their own characters, and then the chat will instead be controlling the world. Yeah. So your job, the player's job, is to complete the mission for the session. The chat's job is to mess things up. And then my job is to, narrate and DM and, the usual DMing stuff and play as Merla. Miss Merla, goodbye, hello, the info debut again. Ganda hari ini. So like, what I wanna do for this kind of thing to work, for the system to work, I think the ND is way too complicated. It's like the ND is designed to be played over a few hours, right? Over several hours, like in one sitting. Okay, and it can be kind of slow. It needs a very skilled DM to actually put up a show with it. So, so like, and I am not a very skilled DM. So I want to make a simpler system for it. And finally interact with humans so you can intimidate with all magician. I cast fireball. You cannot keep it up with her personality and revamp yours. She felt a bit inconsistent by the potential for a fun joker. Merla! Oh, you know what? Wouldn't it be fun as well? Like, the chat can mess up with the world, but can also play Merla. Like, I'll control Merla, but if the chat says something very funny that Merla does, then Merla do. Yeah. She's still gonna be like this stupid silly forest girl, something like. It's not even a forest girl. We don't even know where she even came from. She's from the Kani village, whatever. Like, her whole deal is that she's out looking for wens. No idea what even wenses are. Yeah. Guys, hello. Keep me like say so barbarian. She's gonna be say so, but she also gonna be like stupid. Are we going to find a skilled DM? Ooh, where indeed? I can't just keep asking Butley to DM every time there's a Merla scene going on. Hello, nerd. Yeah, nice. Do you remember his superhero drop like doom, standing still? Yeah, it wasn't even a superhero drop, so he just dropped like. See my says hello. Come and keeping that behind. Super chat. Oh yeah, that also nice. Like, so there will be polls from time to time to determine what happened to the world. But if you want to control Merla, you have to donate. Of course, I'm not just gonna make Merla do everything. Cause like I'm not just gonna Merla how to take off her clothes for absolutely no reason for example. And like or make her like I don't know, do things that are not very nice. Cause remember, Merla is like what? Is this a halfling? I forgot. This is was Merla a halfling? I think she was a halfling. Was she an adult? Also, the name again? Craft Cannon. Oh, the crafts. I think I'm gonna like take out the crafts for now, so Merla is just gonna be Merla again. So like restart from the beginning. I would if you pay me, not gonna lie. I don't have the money. Nerd, I have commission for in a month. Can you do peepees? Sure. Okay, what about chatbot? Yeah, halfling. Huh? Chatbot is for the world. So like for example, determine the weather for this session kind of thing. I'm like maybe like the party suddenly find a group of kobolds. Determine how many there are. Merla is complot. Nah. So let's start typing then. Let's see. Waiting character. Let's start from here. A character starts with 10 HP, 10 SP, and 4 skill points. Stamina points. Let's call this the improvement points because they're not just for skills, right? Character starts with 10 health points, 10 stamina points, and 4 improvement points. Spend your improvement points and you're done. Yeah, very easy, right? Very easy. Okay, so what is an improvement points, right? Yeah, me bridging with Merla gonna say goodbye to Merla. What? Oh, what do you mean Merla is called like a mother? Wow, we gonna revamp all. Merla gonna say goodbye to Merla? No, we just gonna like restart the whole thing. Maybe Merla will eventually get her crabs back. And her wolf. And her seagulls. Maybe. Who knows? The PP. And couple is gonna ask you something. Okay. Gonna goodbye to crab. Brain multitasking gonna progress that much, yeah. Yeah, so like what a character has. its character has health points or HP, stamina points or SP, improvement points or IP, equipment, no, like skills, traits, and equipment. Equipment and inventory, right? Talk about headlines. Health points or HP determines a character's a health point or HP determines a character's livelihood. How alive a character is. Excellent, I have idea for that. Okay, Dirk Mak kerja. Good luck, Ryu. Ganba, thank you for coming. Have a good luck with the kerja. Have nice luck. Get the pets, but they don't really go to battle. They just hang around Merla's place. And Chad can use the pet's ultimate skill once per stream or something where the pets all combine to attack. Oh! Yeah, that's something that can be done. Make the federal using the pets for helping out, then Merla feel she's faster without the pets since things keep getting more dangerous as you leave them behind. Yay! She has pets. She has like the crabs and stuff, but like they don't really do anything. They're accessories. It determines a character's health. Like, yeah, no shit. When a character takes damage, the HP is reduced according to the amount of damage. When a character reaches 0 HP, they die. Yeah, hello, Contel deny. It's compensating the stat. Ravi, hello. Agree with Butley. Mama, Daviti, hello. How are you today? Oma Janai. May the best and mom set them up per stream. The best are EFS. Nani? Contel, dapat kupon sapi. Oh iya, pada pergi lihat sapi ya. Ada selamat with yang Merla model. When the character reaches 0, they die. Should I make it so that yeah, I can make them be carded. That's what I was thinking. Navi, hello. Dia confesses Merla with Scania. Morning, mom. If you see the fight, your land faces down, boys. Big what? No need for that. You will making this more friendly for peeps. Can make big card. Protect the village, they be faced to control the player. Help something else. Yeah. Let's make it that way. The character's health. When a character reaches 0 HP, they're down. When the whole party reaches The whole party reached 0 HP. They're sent back to the village. Then sent back to nearest resting, safe place, I guess.
Malas login mentraktir 100 personal data. Daily login selalu tel karya.
Selalu tel karya apa? Thank you. Let's go 100. Hey, time to eat nice. Near a safe place. Thank you! Time to eat nice after this. To the nearest, which is 0 HP. That's my salary for the day, guys. Relevant device in place of control, but help with something else. They can draw disadvantage on enemy attack. Lol. Oh! But there, out there, anyway, best way, long time I didn't see. What? Oh yeah, but maybe next week. Let's sing some political shit posting. I don't really follow. They get 3 luck points after they done, so they can use it to reroll anything. So dying actually tactical. Okay, let's make that for later on. Let's see. Sit down, and the player enters ghost mode. When the whole party reaches 0 HP, they set back to nearest safe place. After its battle, down characters are restored to 1 HP and are no longer down. Characters are controlled by players. Each character has health points, stamina points, improvement, blah 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 blah. Down on the player enters ghost mode. When the whole party reaches 0 HP, they're sent back to the nearest safe place. After each battle, down characters are restored to 1 HP and are no longer down. But stamina points or SP. Stamina points or SP determines a character's stamina. When a character uses a skill, it consumes SP depending on the skill, right? By default, depending on the skill, by default skills cost 1 SP to use, unless stated otherwise. When a character doesn't have enough SP, they cannot use the skill. Okay? When a character doesn't have enough SP, they cannot use the skill. Should there be like a long rest and stuff? The desk vibrating till shaking a bottle. And at the reach. She's even forgot on project. What is it? They're loser. It's not that they lose. They just lose. They called a loser for the whole session. The DM will call them losers for the whole session. Maybe we can add that like into some other stuff. Like later on. See Ethel, well, hello, Alma. Can we use the drone and non-drone weapon system? It's more fun maker to make use us rethink which weapon we can bring like attached with us. Yeah, use it. It feels it's fun detail. Huh? Drone and non-drone? What do you mean? I don't get it. This isn't really the ending. It's like it's just much simpler thing, I think. So like basically what you do here is you can make whatever the hell character you want. Like the what you call it? How do you describe your character? How they attack and stuff? It's all up to you. You can have a character that brings 100 men and like every time you attack, one of those men attack instead or something. Is that real? It might be complicated since we trying to simplify, but if you go to choose what to bring before the quest start, so your weapons are in your inventory. Gimme again. It's me, you. Is that new to RPG? Yours. Simplify. Then Anda is when Merla get to change weapon big fight. Ah! Is that the one that we played? Like changing from axe to halberd. This isn't Lost Like or mine. This is helping Merla with new system for Merla. Merla make new system for Merla. Cool. Tell about that. I think giving place inventory gonna complicate things. It will? Ah. Like, they're not gonna have potions and stuff then? Yes. Okay. Let's not have inventory then. If you want to change weapon, you have to ditch your old weapon or sell it somehow. That's how it is. You have a weapon, you have an armor. That's it. What about recovery items? There will be skills about recovering your HP, right? You just have unlimited potions. You just throw that potion with an action or something. Honestly, they should have prep points that they can spend on what they can bring to the quest. Ah, basically a fresh inventory every session. It's more fun. Do right. Then I know I have to keep track of things for the next chest. What? But wouldn't they have to keep track about like of their like character stats and stuff? Give me someone the attack to block attacks can. Like look like winning would give them more prep points for next session. Prep points. So basically like it's every session you can just rebuild your character. Is that it? If you want to simplify that, just make it that the initial sizes that you always have for that char. There's the improvement points that you can use to buy skills and stuff. I guess you can also use the improvement points to buy to get weapons. So like to get equipments, I guess? Question mark. Or should I just remove the equipment altogether? The skill is like active skill. The trait is passive skill. That's what I'm thinking. Also, we just make it skills for now. Numbers come up from the equip and utils. Otherwise, you can bring 2 weapons and 1 offhand. Then inventory only for potion and stuff. Back to the old RPG. The thing is like, I think what Betty wants to say is like, it's easier if it's like whenever you manage to become a player in a session, right? You don't have to remember anything other than what your character name is and how much improvement points they have. So like every session is, of course, you can always like note down what the things that you have every session, but like every time that we enter a session, you can just spend all those improvement points again to whatever you want. So like you can grab new skills, you can grab new equipment and stuff. So like you don't have to keep track of anything other than how much improvement points your character have. Nice job, this session like look like you're thinking too wide. Equals less currency equals good. Okay. How about we just remove equipment and traits and this. So we only have skills. We have HP, SP, point, IP, and skills. Maybe we can also remove SP, to be honest. What's the use of it? It basically to limit how much things you can do. Like how much skills you can use, right? But like, why do I want to limit you from doing that? It's not maybe gonna be... Yeah, you know what? Let's remove the SP. We don't need that shit. Okay. So, this is it. Make a character, give it a name. You have 10 SP. You start with 10 HP and 4 SP. How about that? Also hand elves, let's get a tank. This also makes it easier on you DDM because you don't have to keep track of for every possible player's item. Like that. Instead of calling improvement points, it's very closer to prep points, and the more time you win the shares with Merla, the more prep point you have for next time. It's useful for skill, armor, etc. Eventually you can afford magic weapons with that. I don't mind equipment for every new session. You pick new equipment based on your points. Like not like same as skill. If you remember Sense of Salsa, it's like the initial upgrade points. Okay. So let's call it prep points. That also makes it... It's now called a PP. PP! Exactly. Can I drink? Hold on. PP! Until the night, we got hello. Okay. So, but prep points. PP. Prep points or PP can be used to. So do we still need equipment? I guess we still do need equipment. Simplify some more. Just make all Mandan weapons 1 PP and all Mandan. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. It's like everything just gonna cost 1 PP. That's why people can say they bring anything. Unique equipments have 2 PP. Yars. And I also want to say that you don't have like a weapon slot, armor slot. No. You can wear 2 armors if you want. How are you gonna do that? Well, that's your job as a player to describe how your character is wearing 2 sets of armors at once. Can I use PP to buy a PPC? What's a PPC? It's my hello. I thought it was a ball. I just put back. Now use configure number like 3.14 points for armor, 2.86 for weapons, you bitch. Can be used to purchase skills and equipment at the start of every session. After finishing completing the After completing the objective of a session, after finishing a session, a character gains 1 PP. Start of every session. Purchase skills and equipment at the start of every session. After finishing a session, a character gains 1 PP. Should we make it so that there will be a side objective that also grants PP? After winning, yes. After winning a session. That's what I wanted to go for. You have to win. If you lose, then you don't get PP. Particle projection cannon. How are you doing? Doing nice. They shouldn't get additional PP if their party lose the class. Yes, which make people lock in. Been a while since I've been this catchy TV. Yeah, it's been a while. It will be cool just made it look like but intended. That's basically what Batleaf did, man. His thing is already a roguelike. This isn't exactly a roguelike. It just is. Even if they die, they wouldn't use the inspiration to just troll. True. Yes, you can get more ways to get PP. You can get multiple of them PP. Verify the character gains 1 to their PP pool to be used for subsequent sessions. Gain 1 PP to their PP pool. PPP. I think it just for that says if you don't put that in. Okay. Listen to your PPP. A pool filled with PP. At the when it says a character gains 1 PP to the to their PP pool or PPP. And yeah, what about the side objectives? Like, is that should that be a thing or should that not be a thing? Maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. Let's see. All purchase skills and equipment are... you can purchase HP, skills, and equipment. So you can use your PP to increase your HP, I think. Or should that just be like a skill that increase your HP? Actually, yeah, let's just make that a skill, right? These systems can also help encourage people to experiment with builds. Yes, people that wanna keep it consistent in so easy as well. Should be skill. Maybe it can be perk instead of skill. Yeah. So you spend PP to get P. Yeah, let's call it perk. You get P. You get PP to get P. To purchase perks and equipment. After winning a session, get against 1 PP to the PPP. And then, after its session, all perks and equipment maybe not. PP can be reallocated to purchase other perks and equipment at the start of the session. PP can be reallocated to purchase other perks and equipment at the start of the session. by refunding purchased by refunding purchase perks and equipment, I guess. Persistence points! That cannot just make both of them PP! Pep! Yeah, that's funny. Persistence points. Pep. Hell yeah. Persistence. Have 10 pep and 10 PP. It would be funny if we can somehow make the HP sound become like TT. Israel has 10 TT and 4 PP. Persistence points or pep determine a character's health. When the character is their pep is reduced. Okay. TT tributal trait. That doesn't sound like HP at all. Nice. How many PP is RM? Siang Adri, the hell I'm brighter in my future. Real goober, hello. We hit to simplify not to make it easy for the player. Bro, what the F? PP, I love it. We have pep and PP. Instead of determining the health, it determines the consciousness. Ah, consciousness here. When the character takes damage, their pep is reduced according to it's just called pep. Like PP but in E. About pep points. Pep points or PP can be used. Okay. Perks. Spend your pep points and you're done. Oops. About perks. Or P. Is that even needed? I imagine this says already. How many peps do you have left, kid? I'm down to 1 pep. What does a pep means? Ete, Setian, hello. P. Perks. P. I don't need. Why is there a thing for just the perk? Just call it perk. DNA, traits and assets. Good luck on the Merla. Thank you. About perks. Perks are perks that you can purchase. Purchase with PP for that a character can purchase using PP that the players can purchase using PP to improve their character. Characters can have any number of perks. Can have a number of perks and can have multiple, including duplicates, I guess. Here you can have any number of perks including duplicates. So you can have, let's just say, you can have any number of perks. A character can have any number of perks. A character can also have multiple of the same perk. Why would they want to do? Why would I want that? As long as I can purchase it, I guess. But nah, name the perk improving. For improving Pep as Pepe. And Lars one. And make Pepe stack and can be purchased infinitely. Yes, you can. Pepe. A character can also have multiple of the same perk. Its perk can have up to 2 perk modifier to further improve the perk. To customize how the perk works. No, just to improve the perk. Up to 2 perks modifiers to improve the perk. Should I still do that? Should I still use perk modifier and shit? Thinking. Make the items dark as legend style. Keep it simple but creative. I don't know what their items look like. The character can also have multiple of the same perk. Its perk can have up to 2 perk modifiers to improve the perk. Maybe I shouldn't have like the perk modifier. It sounds fun though. So like there can be a perk to heal, like to heal an ally, but if you put a plus 1 damage to that ally gets healed but also gets damage for some reason. Yeah, something like that. Some stupid silly little things like that. Maybe we don't need the perk modifier yet. Buying 1 chem set equals 1 short rest. Yeah. I'll keep it very simple like so. About perks. Perks are perks that players can purchase using PP to improve their character. A character can have any number of perks. A character can also have multiple of the same perk. Okay. About equipment. Equipment are items that a character to improve their character. Character gains no. Perk hoppers that players can purchase using PP. Let's just call it. A player can purchase using PP. A character can have a number. A character can also have multiple of the same perks that a character can equip to improve their character. To improve their performance. A character can have any number of equipment can also have multiple of the same equipment. even ones that would normally require for example, a character can wear 2 armors. Can wear 2 armors at the same time. It's the player's job to describe how they do that. I wanna opt out of perk modifier. Just make a lot of choices, each unique. Yes, like Pokemon mode. Different ways to heal, different ways to damage, different ways to buff, debuff, etc. Sometimes the last system is not needed. At least, and this I hope not. So far, I don't think it needed. It's provided the only ubiquity for unique scenario. Sometimes it shouldn't be needed, but shadows can help a briefer, maybe even give RP chance for a player. Also help characters heal, just make them heal to full health after resting. That is in character skill. Also, I don't recommend duplicate stacking. It will bring up a lot of questions you might not be prepared to answer. Okay, so like, we cannot take multiple on the same perk? Question mark. A character can also have multiple of the same perk. Yeah, you're gonna be like when it can end up becoming an infinite loop. Like when you attack an enemy, this perk deals 1 more damage. When you damage an enemy, this perk deals 1 more damage, and then when you use that perk, when you have multiple of that perk, the other perk will also activate. But because you dealt 1 damage, that the first one also activate, and now you can just kill everything. Hello, different they each have their own unique traits. Hide armor give good slashing, it doesn't steal armor. No. Okay. Cannot have multiple of the same perk. Can I have multiple of the same perk? A character can also cannot have multiple of the same perk or the same equipment. Like that. Done. Players can still get the same armor and they can meta creatively like you said. But the night is gonna have that shouldn't be the god. Let it be up to players' creativity. That is alien though. None. The player gonna be like, I mean, it doesn't say that I cannot wear 2 armors. It's just gonna be like in Dota where you can like wear 6 boots at the same time. What equipment? That's the... So we have the first, we have the equipment. And I think that's about it. Let's see. Spend your prep points and you're done. The stuff essential ready funding purchase perks and equipment. Perks are perks that the player can purchase in PP to improve their character. Character can have a number of perks, cannot have multiple of the same perk, cannot have multiple of the same equipment. about session, I guess. The session is a session. At the start of the session, all players, a player can reallocate all their characters PP. A player can reallocate all their characters PP. At the end of the session, if the party wins, all characters are granted 1 PP. Added to their PPP. Hello. That carries over to the next session. Yes, let that be player's justification. You just the last things you did in the manual is better for the players. Yes. And development. Yes. Can you share the docs to me? Like, I wanna help design Percival out. Sure. Love doing that. Hell yeah. What are the perks like outer entity? Ilnya. Stop every second. Can be used to purchase person equipment. Purchase and can be relocated. Carries over to the station. About equipment, about session, creating a character. Ow. Running a game. To play, players to play this game, a dungeon master DM or should we call it something else? Let's not call it DM, let's call it something funny. Like something that correlates with PP or TT. At the limitation, no members can't join twice in a row, but members can join whenever they wanna. Yay! So now you have to be member if you want to play. Like unlimited time. Also, like members are prioritized. If like let's say I only let like 4 people to join at a time, right? I only let 4 people to join at a time, and like if there are more than 4 people, then members get priority. 何かな。Don't believe here. We are not prioritized. Nani? A dungeon master and a minimum of 1 player is needed. The DM and a player can be the same person. The DM can also play as a player. The DM can also play as a player. The DM will determine what happens in the session. Will determine the objective of a session. Within that objective, players win by completing that objective. The DM that will determine the objective of the session. Players win by completing their objective. DM will how do I do this? Will guide the story or something? The objective of a session. Let's go ahead and objective. Of the session, then a master DM players win by completing that objective. Also at the start of a session, they can reallocate. Mika hala, Dixie hala. Ito yung taningge. Objective must somehow always include the keyword wenches, but never say the part of the derogatory excellent definition just enough to entice the main NPC Merla. Why? Kaneko hala must somehow always include the word wenches. I think that would have only applied to me. It's like, and I'll keep that in mind for now. This is like for general players if they also want to, play the game for themselves, because they may not have Merla in their game. At the end of the month, your objective of a session, players win by completing that objective. The DM described the world and guide the story towards the objective. As players interact with it, the DM describes the world as players interact with it. Not describe, as in more like operates the world as players interact with it. For example, describing the surrounding. Role playing as NPCs. Setting battle encounters? No. Not starting as in like... Wait. Starting battle encounters, etc. DM's main goal is to provide the players with an engaging session. Using story and mechanic, I guess. I don't know how to word this. Not to kill the players. The DM's main goal is to provide the players with an engaging session using story and mechanics. And not engaging like with a fun session using engaging story. Yes. Provide players with a session. With a fun session using story and mechanics. Describing the surroundings, role-playing as NPCs, starting with the encounters, etc. The main DM can also play as player. The DM determines the objective of a session. Players win by completing that objective. The DM operates the world as players interact with it. For example, describing the surroundings, role-playing as NPCs, starting with encounters. Ethel deny. It's an added guideline from me. It's recommended that a single one-shot does not have more than 2 fights and more than 1 exploration RP section to keep the total playtime succinct. It's a one-shot. Yeah, I like. If I'm gonna do this, I'm not gonna make it like has like that many battles. Just gonna make it like 2 battles max, but usually it'll be like 1 battle. Running again. Running a battle. Running a battle. Let's see. Then place players can do anything within reason. Anything within the DM's permission. the world and to achieve their objective. Interact with the world and to achieve their objective. When the player attempts to do something, roll a d6. A 6-sided dice. Rolling 1, 2, 3. Then add a attempts to do something, roll a 6-sided dice. Roll a 6-sided dice. If the result is 1, 2, 3, that attempt is failed. Is 4 to 6, that attempt is succeed. Is a success. Is a failure. That attempt is success. The player can also use a perk for attempting something to gain bonus. To improve their chance to succeed. Depending on what perk they use. そうかな。You want, but other DMs might not understand. You're writing this section for other DMs as well. Ah, okay, so like it is it's recommended for a session to have one role-playing section and at most 2 battles for a more what's the word again? And at most 2 battles for a more compact experience. Hello, pagi. I don't need these models of 6-sided dice. 20-sided is fun enough. I use 6-sided because I plan to print those like and publish. Use 20-sided as D&D's regular die. Roll of easy, Also 20 to 50. I'm work on those like 2 in the meantime. Just getting your game design with this year. Now I want to use like the D6 as well, so that like if other people want to play this as well, they can do it easy too with like D6. I like the D6 because it's like you can find it anywhere. It's It's easy. And like, because the modifier is not gonna be like crazy, like +10 or anything like that. It's just gonna be like +1, +2. Actually, no, hold on. Like, maybe a 20-sided is better because like we can have some bullshittery later on with the perks and whatnot. Because this is gonna it's not a roguelike, right? You can mix and match it. You're gonna keep getting PP. You're gonna keep getting PP. Right. So your character gonna get stronger and stronger. Eventually, they might have modifiers, skill modifiers that are like +10 or +20 or some bullshit like that. So yeah, I think a D20 is better for DMs though. Yeah. 20-sided dice. D10 and D20. DM determines the difficulty of that attempt. The minimum success number for that attempt. The player then rolls a d20. If the result is at least the same number. Someone's minimum success number. The minimum. Huh? The minimum number for that attempt to succeed. Right? If the result is at least the same number as determined by the DM, the attempt is a success. Otherwise, it's a failure. To improve their chance to succeed depending on what perk they use. The DM can determine what kind of failure or success the player gets depending on the final result. Now like how much of failure or success how much of a failure or success the player gets depending on the final result. For example, rolling a 2 while haggling with rolling a 1 while haggling with the merchant with determines the difficult. Let's just send the difficulty to for the attempt to succeed. For the attempt to succeed. No. the minimum number for the attempt to succeed. This is called the difficulty. The same number as the difficulty, the attempt is success, is merchant with difficulty of let's say like 15. That merchant can get insulted can somehow get insulted, slap the player's character across the face and tell the party to leave. Better meeting. Good night. Nice sleep. See you, Han. Thank you for coming. Sleep well. Thanks to the Blackwood Dice System. This is Jepalonia. Hello. I'm making it just keep using D20. Recommended for a session to have one playing section and at most 2 battles for a more compact experience. Running a battle. I think it's easier to have like, instead of having like initiative or whatever, right? Just gonna be like at the start of a battle. At the start of a battle, let the players determine their turn order. Okay? By discussing. By whatever means. But by whatever means they want. They can fight it out in real life. Howdy, Brian. Welcome. Tell the party to try again. Huh? And tell the party to try again. just so that the merchant can slap them across the face again. What are those badges? Huh? Oh, those are rankings. Apparently we got ranks now. Now just leave it to like leave. Tell the party to leave. At the start of a battle, let the players determine the turn order by whatever means they want. Okay? Each player has each character has one action. Has one action. An action can be used to do whatever. Can you use to do whatever the player can come out with. An action can be used to do whatever the player can come out with. Come up with limited only to DM's discretion. Is that the right word for it? Limited only to DM's permission. Right? Now, let's just say, an action can be used. An action can be spent to attack an enemy attack the enemies, heal an ally, or use a skill, or use a perk, right? An action can be spent to attack the enemies, heal an ally, or use a perk. When attacking an enemy, roll a d20. Roll d20. And if the result is above 10, it's a hit. But a player can also instead use a perk to increase the chance of this attack. Oh wait, what? Let's just make it this way. An action is can be spent to use a perk. Action can be spent to use a perk. Huh? Wait. Weird. Eto. Nga pala. Ayan. Test. Oh my god. Messed up. Test. Yeah. It's interesting. Let's separate them at the initial direction, and the one enemy go after each player to if they're minimum, they go for the rest of the player. How does it work? The more you chat, the more the higher your rank, and also you get like you get XP with what is called the. You also get XP with by donating with super chat. Fang Hala Cat. It's Fang. What's it working? TTRPG. Ectos Hala sacrifice Nani. Venus Ethel we cut down today. Faiz Hala. Thank you. Yep. Pepperback. Little Son of money. And then people aren't here. Rigged. Yeah, a player can also. It's a hit. A hit. A hit damages the enemy by 1 pep. A hit damages the enemy by 1 pep. When healing an ally, Meow to the mic. Huh? Hey, meow. You always meow. Why aren't you meowing now? You shy? Hmm? Hmm. Go play. Meow. Her meow is so tiny. And healing an ally. That ally immediately gain 1. It gains 1 pep. Heal a character. What is the ally? When healing an ally, that ally immediately regains 1 pep. A character cannot be healed above their maximum pep. Should we even do maximum HP here? Maybe we can just like keep there's a person whose job is to just keep healing or something, and like, you know, extremely big nanny. Okay, sounding like I'm king now. Knight of the Ethel, which king is it, Timothy? Gen X, hello. A player character cannot be held above their maximum pep. Character can be held above their maximum pep. When using a perk, follow the perks. Follow the perk's instructions. When not using a perk, follow the perk's instructions. Okay. A perk may activate according to what's happening in the battle. By itself, without spending action, depending on what's happening in the battle. What were they used? A perk may also trigger without being used, depending on the perk. No, I don't think I can. I even need to say anything about when to use perks and stuff. Yeah. Follow the perks instructions. About a perk can be used anytime it's can be used anytime it's, what's the word again? Related? No, not related. Necessary? A perk can trigger, I guess. Depending on what's going on in the game, we can trigger running a session, bot session. Wait, this game. Let's call the running a session instead, right? What's going on in the session? Depending on what's going on in the session, a perk can trigger depending on what's going on in the session. Okay, so like, yeah. Also, database failure. Delete. When using a perk, follow the perk's instruction. What? I didn't mean to. Hello. The tomorrow morning bring dice nani. What cards? What's going on? People, hello. The Ethel is making it to run after tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Okay. Each card that has one action. An action can be spent. Let the players determine the turn order by whatever they want, whatever means they want. When a character attacks an enemy, if the enemy is still alive after the attack, if the enemy is still alive after the attack, that enemy will attack the character back using the same attack rule. Using the same attack rule, the enemy may also have different abilities. To some situations. Oops. And also have different abilities to some situations. If the character attacked multiple enemies, all the attacked enemies that are still alive will attack back. If the character attacks multiple and all the attack enemies that are still alive will attack back. Unless I just say can attack back. So yes, you can use an let's just say like immediately regains 1 pep. Character cannot be healed above their max XP. A character can also attack multiple enemies. There. When healing an ally, that ally immediately gains 1 pep. A character cannot be healed. Using this normal healing, this normal healing cannot target multiple allies. This normal healing cannot target multiple allies. When a card okay. I'm working on a special loss. Like, what did I miss? The monstrosity. Did you do the monstrosity? Wouldn't it be also cool if there's a summoner build? Like, we have a necromancer, right? Which basically have minions, but like, what about a summoner that summons monster or something? Like, what else? Monster will be unlockable specialty later on. Okay. Oh wait, Bigbar, hello. My order will be playing later. Jota. Not what I miss for the specialty. I mean, what I miss. Ah, okay. I'm making the battle now. I summoned the Ethel. You see, Nani. So like, we're making the battle. It just to make things simple. You can target any units that are currently in the battle, and like the turn order is just decided by the player by however means they want. If you attack an enemy, the enemy will just attack back. If you attack multiple enemies, all those enemies that you attack will attack you back. That's it. At the end of the start of a battle, let the person you can also heal, heal someone. When using a perk, follow the perk's instructions. That might be oversimplified. There'll be less per person choosing ranged or melee weapons. What can be the thing then? I mean, like, all the characters will have like the same amount of pep anyway, right? As in, like, they all start with the same amount of pep, so you can technically make a ranged archer that is tanky. Inside the combat, it should be fine. What with like positioning and stuff? That gonna make things even more difficult, no? Until the night, Kotlin, hello. But if you just use Owlbear, that keeps it simple. What about like range and stuff? There will be perks that needs range and like AoE and fast. Just that damage should be simple, like 1-3. The range stuff that should be determined in perks or weapon themselves. I guess positioning is nice and all. And by feet, then just say blocks. A ball can attack from 5 blocks. ADDMH. Anjay Mamu, welcome. Now I'm trying to make a simple system for like a campaign. Start from 1 block, great start 2 block, full arms 3 blocks. But if they all like deal 1 damage, then what's the point of choosing sword? It shouldn't all do 1 damage. 1 to 3 is categorical. Heavy weapon is 8 to 3, for example. I was planning to make it that like some perks just increase your damage or something. Standard mana by 2, range B1. And you also have perks that increase damage. Wouldn't that make things complicated again then? No. Because the properties are locked into the weapons. There should be some complication that players can decide for. Just that the properties be simple. Then the properties can be confusing and complicated. Greedy system, Then there's also like movements. How much block can you move in 1 turn? You can move your character can move 1 block per turn. Also, maybe there's no AoE. There's no attack of opportunity. You need a perk for that or something. Should maybe 3 blocks. No, it can be perk. Spells should always be perk. No one starts with a spell in hand. I was thinking like, if you are you can make a mage that can just throw a firebolt or something, and it does 1 damage. That's it. AoE should also always be a perk. There should be no class limitation. We're not using classes here. Yeah, but what I was thinking is like you can make whatever character you want, right? So like you can make your character attack using a spell instead, but it's not a perk. It's just a normal attack, but it's flavored as a spell. Like a fire, it throws a firebolt, pew, like that, and then the enemy immediately strikes back. So like, it doesn't really matter like what range you are from the enemy. You can always just choose which enemy to attack, and then after you attack them, they will attack you back, something like that. And like if you want a tank character, then there will be perks like if an enemy targets one of your ally, you can take that damage for yourself instead or something like that. And then the enemy also still needs to roll for attack, right? So the enemy can miss. If you want like to make a speedy archer, you can make it so that like there can be a perk that makes it so that there is a bigger chance for the enemy to miss. I was thinking something like that. So like your what your weapon is, what your basically like all cosmetic stuffs, they're just cosmetics. Like, so I'm making only the mechanic. That's what I was thinking. A mace can opt into melee can opt into spells. The skills should not count as attacks. You can use skill first anytime, but they're limited for the session. If you can only use fireball once for every perk point you spend on it. Careful! Oh no, careful! Not everybody is good at visualizing cosmetics. Ah. They sometimes need the initial favorite text. Ah. Wait. I need to drink. If you leave absolutely everything up to them, they may be confused instead. Guess yeah. Oh, first that beta, there are tech videos 4 years ago. I missed tech. No. Wow, that was Sleep Lullaby. I know I know like not having like a grid like movement system is like whatchamacallit, it's difficult, but like not difficult. It's might make things too easy, but also at the same time I don't want to make this like D&D. No, it's more like I don't want to make this too complicated, right? Because the goal here is to let anyone to just jump in and they'll, you know, immediately understand what's going on, kind of stuff. I know, but you oversimplify then everything. If you oversimplify, then everything will start to feel like the same thing. I know what you mean. I thought like the difference between things will come from the perks that you get. Say something to the mic. Come on. Give me up. Your plans might not feel nice with customizing. Yes, I know, but with your idea right now, no matter what percentage you have, it will blend into just damage numbers, with nothing differentiating them too much. It all just comes down to like damage number, how successful they get to do that damage. There can also be perks that are like do overtime like damage over time, right? Not just a dice roll simulator. I still want this to be a game, not just a dice roll simulator. Di kan kat ka na Yang gambar buat berdeka Neko. Ah, tanggal 9 monster Indonesia. Ah, iya sih. Kapan bucket beres? Waduh. Ninja cat, gimana aku bisa foto kucing ninja itu? Kucing ninja. With movement system, there can be like some specialties that are whatchamacallit, so like range characters can attack from behind kind of stuff, right? Yeah, I know what you mean. And then like melee characters, they can have different ranges for their weapons. I'm tempted to make it so that there are 2 rows, front row and the back row. You can only ever attack the front row enemies. You cannot touch the back row enemies unless the back row enemies, right? Before you like defeat the front rows first. It also by enemies I mean like the players. So like ranged weapons, they can attack from the back row. Polearm can also attack from the back row because they long. Nothing plays such an about it when it's also complicated. It may make people differ in voting or they get confused on how. This is why the DM as well. The turn is defined by pep. The bigger the pep, the higher the turn order. Since usually the tanks all wanna move first. But what if there are 2 people with the same pep? In games, they make the tanks move last. That's counterintuitive for tanks. Yeah, because they're like, you know, tanks, they're heavy. And then like everyone got you know, get obliterated in the first turn because the tank couldn't do anything to prevent them from taking damage. Paracetamol the turn order by wait, watch and subscribe. Thank you, welcome. But their amount of pep. The higher the pep, determine the turn order by the character's pep. The higher their pep, the faster they move. If 2 players have some, they can decide who go first among themselves. This also makes sure people invest into pep even if they're not tanks. Make sure they can move before enemies. Oh, that's the thing too. Like over here, like enemies immediately attack after you attack them. So the more you attack, the more the enemies move as well. But like you always move first before the enemies. So like if you attack an enemy and they're still alive, then they will attack you back. That's the system currently. That makes it so that like enemies, they don't just keep doing some like they, as in like the DM doesn't have to keep track too much of the enemies. But then again, that means like if there's a dangerous enemy, the players can just focus on the minions first. Then that boss will never move until the very end. because like why would the players attack the boss, the obviously dangerous looking enemy, if they're like, you know, if by attacking them it gonna whatchamacallit, gonna make things harder for themselves. Maybe the boss and boss enemies can have something that happens every turn. So you actually want this boss enemy to go down first. Not only that, there are also limits how encounter feels. Lost like death may die, encounters are not unique. They just extra challenges with limited roster of enemies. But if you make a full-on TTRPG, Cobot and humans will not feel like different enemies. Ah! That's what you mean. They'll have different stats. And like, some enemies can have abilities. And if I do the front row, back row thingy, there can be like humans that are on the front row. Maybe they can do palangs. Yeah, but they don't do different strategies, and the theme is what the DM controls in the actual battle. Ah. So it's better to do like the grid system after all? Thinking. You also won't be able to do targeted attacks. This is where we yes. Chipala. Oh yeah, the enemies cannot like just target one person or something like that. You can't take out the most dangerous enemy first. Huh? Oh, you mean the enemy cannot take out the most dangerous player thingy? But then again, the most dangerous one, like I guess like if they end up doing the AoE attacks, they just spam AoE attacks and then they like have high damage that just gonna obliterate the enemies immediately, huh? They also deter people from using AoE. Imagine you're a wizard with fireball. The surviving enemies all beat you up, then you die. Thinking. Alright. I'm gonna give this some thought. It's already 2 hours now, so I'm gonna have to go now. Thank you so much for watching. This is Chamomile. Like and subscribe, become a member. Which only third video. What needs overthinking is the perks. Thank you again for naming the guru and everyone who support me on Patreon. Program up supporting me on FANBOX. Demon, Sonosan, and Special Tier. Demo Kabadbu, Brian, Fat Cat, Product, Mikael. Cortes Precisas, Code Ekadefa, Daki, Didento, Deformance, Mamas, Ham, Justin, Crimson, Unknown Slash, Ojada, Daki. Jeffrey, Python Sons, Good Boy, Gig Guys, Namambati, Maskai, Delicious, K. Ifan, Adiri, Chinix, Nikolai, Timothy, Josa, Timmy, Kimo, Kinaway, Mamad, Adi, and everyone's for me. Should remember, thank you so much. Take care, Asuma. Sympathetic RPG battle rolls will be fine. Attack roll without damage roll. Movement without dashing. etc. Bye. Bye-bye. I feel like the beat system makes things more complicated now. That's why I just use like normal turn-based system, like your party facing off against their party kind of thing. Where like because like usually in this like turn-based, it doesn't matter if you're a mage or anything, right? It just like face off immediately. I'm a fan basing on D&D. The speed is simple compared to most RPG. This kind of simple universal action even more. Hahaha. Asu.